So what does it take to go ahead and set your order reply email address? There's a few requirements. First of all, it needs to be an email address on a custom domain. So you can't, for example, set myprintshop at gmail.com. Right, that's not going to work. If I go ahead and save that, I'm going to get an error message that that email is not valid. All right, and the reason for that requirement is in order to validate the email that we're going to set here, we need to set what's called an SPF record. That SPF record is set against the web address, the domain of your email. And what an SPF record does is it provides authentication for DecoNetwork to send email on behalf of that domain name. So what it prevents or attempts to prevent is emails getting flagged as spam, right? So I could, for example, without that protection, I could, for example, say I want my email address to be chris@deconetwork.com. And if I'm not with DecoNetwork, I'm sending email through an @DecoNetwork address, but it's not actually DecoNetwork sending that email. So that has a lot of potential danger. So SPF record ensures that you're authorized to send email on behalf of that domain that's being used. So let's go ahead and set an example here of a valid address. Let me just go ahead and save that here. Let's see, I think I have this test domain set up. Nope, doesn't look like I do. But let's run through an example of the SPF record information that DecoNetwork requires. And that's going to be listed down here at the bottom of the order reply email page. Here you're going to see SPF details. And we're going to let you know that you need to set up an SPF record within your domain provider's DNS records, which authorizes DecoNetwork servers to send emails on your behalf or on behalf of that domain name. So these are the two servers that are going to be sending email, the ones that you'll need to authorize. And we show here an example SPF record. Now, this would be the SPF record that you set if your domain name does not already have an SPF record. We do get a lot of cases where someone's attempting to set the order reply email address and set this SPF record, but the issue comes in with that domain already having an SPF record. And that would be a common case if you use an email server separate from your domain provider, right? So maybe you've purchased a domain with GoDaddy, and that domain, you don't use the email provided there. Instead, you go to, let's say, Office 365 or Gmail, G Suite, one of these services that provides a bigger package in terms of email and maybe teamwork tools. So that's how you handle your email. And in those cases, those services will also ask you to set an SPF record so that they can send email on behalf of your domain. So again, your domain may already have an SPF record set, and DecoNetwork is asking you to set one. It's only valid to have one SPF record. So what you end up needing to do is combine those two records into a single one. And the example that I could give here, just a quick example. So this is the example record from DecoNetwork. You might have a separate example, let's say from Outlook.com, right, which is the Microsoft Office 365 email server. That might look something like this, right? V equals SPF1 and include Outlook.com. So you'll notice that both of these SPF records start similarly. They both start with V equals SPF1, and they both end with some symbol and then the word all. So you can consider those as kind of the beginning and the end. And so basically what we need to do is we need to take one beginning, combine the two middle parts of both records, and leave just one end. So one beginning, both middles, and one end. So we could do that quickly here. I'll just take the middle of the DecoNetwork record, paste that into the middle of the second record. And just like that, I have the combined record for both DecoNetwork and my Outlook server. All right, so hopefully that clarifies SPF.